Hello, hello. Welcome. For those that are new here, my name is Lori Konkler, and I am an integrative success mentor for women and also some men. And today I wanted to just kind of come on and talk a little bit about the old paradigm. I just recorded a video over on my Facebook page about this as well. Um, but the old paradigm versus new paradigm, these are concepts that I talk about a lot. What I help women to do really is to shift from the old paradigm into the new. And that can be in so many, it's really the old paradigm of life. I believe this to be a much bigger concept than just success, but I usually talk about it from that lens. But I believe that we are moving into not just a different way of success, but a different way of being, of living. But it requires us to show up differently. And right now, as of the date that I am recording this, so which is February 11th, I've definitely noticed some things within myself as well as within, people, clients, within the collective. And it's these old patterns, old behaviors, the old paradigm is calling. That was what I called the Facebook Live, because the thing is as we move into this next phase, and if you look at human design, astrology, etc., there's lots of stuff around, this time frame, especially around 2027. Not going to get into that necessarily, but regardless of whether or not you believe, in that, the energy right now in the world is calling for change at the highest levels, as well as within us individually. And I know that so many of you have been feeling this as well too. And if you're here, if you've landed on this video, chances are you are one of those people, and you are being called forward to do more, to be more of you, not to do more. Let me correct that, to be more of you. But the only way to survive in the way that you actually want in this new paradigm is for you to shed the old. And looking, just seeing so many of the things that are happening and the things that I'm having happen within myself, it's just so obvious to me. So I would definitely encourage you to think about, whenever you watch this, you are probably in need of this video, but especially if you're watching it this like middle part of February 2026, leading up to February 17th, which is the Lunar New Year. Um, I would definitely recommend that you just take a pause if you've landed here on this video and ask yourself, what is it that you want? What is it that you want in your business, your relationship, your life? And where are you out of alignment with that right now? And to really be able to create that awareness, because the thing is the new paradigm, you can't keep operating like you have. You can't be the same version of you that has been in lack, in fear, who has, you know, been the people pleaser, the person who's always overgiving, bending, holding back, saying and doing things that you want to make other people comfortable, to make other people happy. Because in the new paradigm, you are here to thrive. You're here to have an amazing life. You're here to work less, be paid more, to be taken care of. But that can't happen if you are still stuck in the old conditioning, if you're still stuck in that old identity. And right now, I do, like, right now you are being called, and this is your call. Knock, knock. Hello, are you there? This is your call to make these shifts and to shift into a new paradigm, a new way of being. And for myself today, that's I've talked a lot, I think, on this channel about um, my relationship and my journey with my relationship with my husband. And, it's been an interesting journey. Like, he's wonderful and a very, attentive man who takes care of me in so many ways. But we've had some unhealthy relationship dynamics that have really come to light the last couple of years. And you could even say probably maybe some codependency type issues. And, I've had to face myself in this as well. I think it's really easy for a lot of women to just blame men for the problems in their relationships, but sorry, but not sorry. Oftentimes it does come back to you, and it's not that you need to blame yourself or like feel bad about that, but they respond to our energy. And the last couple of days, I've just been feeling a bit of frustration where I had things have been going so well, and I recognize like there was some areas where I was still doing that, and I'm human, we're all human, right? And this, we're constantly in this personal growth journey. And like once you've jumped into it, it's an ongoing thing. And, part of that growth, part of stepping into a new identity is being able to have the awareness around you of where you're being called back into that old version of you, that old paradigm. And to be able to consciously recognize that, to pull yourself back. And sometimes you might not have that awareness yet, which is where I come in. And I'm going to have something very, very soon coming out, super exciting. So, around this, but if you genuinely want to have a life where you have more ease, where you get paid to be you, where you get paid more to work less, where you get taken care of more, where you get to speak the way you want, where you thrive in all areas of your life and work and with money and all of the things, and to have it feel easier. If it hasn't been feeling easier for you, it's very likely that that is tied to these old patterns, these old limitations, the old paradigm. And oftentimes that is just, it's conditioned behavior. And that could go back to, behaviors like for me, I can recognize some of the things that I saw in my parents, again, who are wonderful people, have a great relationship in many ways, but that I've conditioned myself over what I was modeled as a child, and sometimes it can be something super small and minute that you don't even realize that you've latched onto, that's now become part of you and conditioned you into these patterns. So for myself, again, today, I recognized that this was happening, and I went to my own mentor in our mastermind group, and I asked for the reflection because I knew what was happening, but I needed somebody else to help me see that. And that to me has been one of the most powerful things is, relationships are mirrors. So, you can see things that need to change in yourself, but sometimes you're so close to it that you can't actually see that. So for myself, I had really been feeling this the last couple of days of like, what the fuck? Like, I thought we had moved through this and things have been going like so, so good, and they still are. But it was again like this just like underlying thing that's still sitting there that needs to shift. And you can't move into that new paradigm. You can't move into ease. You can't move into, more abundance. You can't move out of old patterns around the things that you say you want if you are still clinging to the past versions of yourself. And that's why it's not just about the awareness. It's not just learning about the things that need to change. It's not just knowing something, but rather it's actually about becoming that version of you who identifies as the new paradigm version of you. And then it's anchoring that into your body. So it's the combination of all of those pieces that come together. And that's kind of my zone of genius for other people. But sometimes when we're so good at doing things for other people, we need someone else to see them for ourselves. So I wanted to record this video to just remind you of that for yourself. So if you're landing on this, whether it's in February of 2026 or later, chances are you needed to see this. And I would also invite you, if this message landed with you, to join me inside the Unfiltered Collective, which is my Telegram community where we go deeper into these conversations, as well as just, that collective community energy, because we need each other. And I really, truly believe that having that space, having that tribe where you can show up and be all of you and be 100% unfiltered is such an important part of this journey. So would love to see you inside there. And if you've liked this or enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.